welcome to the MILLENNIALTOONS Digital Marketing Internship. Let's get some snaps. So here is our scope and sequence. All right, so access to the internet has changed consumer behavior. Does anybody want to just call out and just let me know, how do you think access has changed consumer behavior just based off of the internet being around for the past semi amount of years? Anybody can answer.
For communication.
Okay, communication, that's cool. What else?
Yeah, technology has definitely advanced a lot even in the past decade.
Mm-hmm.
People are probably buying more.
Say that one more time.
People are probably buying more.
They're buying more, okay. And let's get one more.
They have easier access.
Yeah, easier access, access to buying things online, Amazon, all that other good stuff, right? So some of the reasons that we've had a change to consumer behavior, now we're consuming more digital content. So that's in the form of social media, that's in the form of social, paid ads, influencer marketing, X, Y, and Z. We also have access to Google search. And when I think of Google search, I think of Google as a giant mall, and you want to get as many, and with each link that's in your Google search, you want to get as many people to your store as possible. So that's why we're here. It's our job to get as many people to these stores via Google search, because obviously if you're on Google, you're looking for an answer to something. And also you have brand interaction, right? So for the first time, you're really seeing like Coca-Cola or Wendy's interacting back and forth with their consumers. So that's never been done, obviously. So within this next decade, you're going to really see a lot of brands reaching out to different consumers and their fans and just interacting with them in a different way. Now, here's the consequences. I'm also huge, guys. Here's the consequences. So unfortunately, our attention spans are shrinking, and the average attention span went down from 12 seconds to 8 seconds within 18 years, from 2000 to 2018. Is there anybody here who was born like prior to 2000?
1999.
98.
98. 85.
98.
90 squad.
Oh my God.
90s.
Hey.
Okay, so you guys are all around the same age. I'm super excited about that. My kids at school, they were all born in like 2009 or something like that. So thank you for being born before 2000. But yeah, so that's pretty much like less than the attention span of a goldfish. So what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is the process of promoting and selling products or services through electronics or the internet, right? So selling products on your phone, selling products on like a Shopify or whatever platform you want to use. Nowadays, anybody can. Digital marketing is also the art of storytelling. So if you are, give me a thumbs up if you're a journalism major. Who's our journalism major there? Okay, there's a few of you guys, okay. So what's your favorite part of storytelling or just being a journalism major? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm a photographer and I do a lot of videography as well. So visual storytelling is kind of where I draw a lot of my inspiration. And so I love being able to capture images that tell a story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody else? I think Jamie, was your hand up?
Yeah, well, the main reason why I'm a journalism major is because my school doesn't offer communications as a major, and journalism, it was either journalism or business, and I thought if I did business, I would die from all the math I had to do. So I chose journalism because it's like you get to be creative, and it's like journalism and media studies, so it's like a lot more broad than just doing a specific business major.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also a marketing minor, so that helps with like expand my horizons and my career choices.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay, sweet. Awesome. So journalism majors and just everybody who's creative, we love to tell stories here at Millennial Tunes. We love to tell either nostalgic stories from back in the day or what's going on in the world right now, right? So just be prepared to dive right into that creative juice. And all the opportunities brands have to interact with the consumers and vice versa. So that's Wendy's. I just found out that they had Roast Thursdays, actually. So I think that that's extremely clever, where they'll like start ragging on their consumers and X, Y, and Z. So I would want to follow Wendy's because of that. Then you have your digital marketing toolbox, right? So just in general, just to be a digital marketer, you want to learn how to create proper conversion funnels throughout the internet. You want to learn about KPIs, SEO, Google Ads, pixel tracking, X, Y, and Z. If instead of, you guys don't have to actually write this down. I see a few people writing. Click on Command, Shift, and 5, then you'll be able to take a giant screenshot of your computer. If you click on Command, Shift, and 4, you'll be able to, it gives you a little icon and you're able to literally screenshot a section of the page. That's if you have a Mac. Okay, quick tip of the day. I probably would take a screenshot of this one as well. This is a digital marketer's trajectory. So let's say you want to eventually be the founder of a media buying agency. You're probably going to start off as a paid social coordinator, right? So this is just a giant overview of where you can go within digital marketing and how far you can get. So again, press Command, Shift, and 5, and it'll take a screenshot of the entire page. Sweet. So this is what your daily routine is going to look like, okay? So in each class, we're going to have, or just within each day, this is what we're going to do, right? So we set objectives. Those objectives will be set on LinkedIn, realistically, because we want to bring as much content and as much interaction to the LinkedIn community as we can, okay? So that's why we're choosing LinkedIn. There'll be a brief background lecture, so kind of like what I'm doing now, but this is only like on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then I'll do a watch me demo or a case study. So that'll consist of me going on to, like if we're going to do a competitive analysis, let's say we're going to choose Cards Against Humanity. Give me a thumbs up if you know about Cards Against Humanity. Sweet, okay. So that's definitely going to be one of your assignments, to do a competitive analysis. So that'll be like me going on to the website and showing you all of the different things to look for, and then you guys replicating that process and coming up with your own case study about our competitor, or whatever brand I assign. Facilitated discussions, so that's pretty much what this is right here, just lecture. In-class exercises, that's going to be you guys jumping into breakout rooms, working together to solve a problem. That's where this entire internship gets more creative and more fun, okay? And project work. So you guys will have the project at the end of the month, okay? Awesome. So we're gonna dive into our first activity of just your entire internship, okay? Right now, nobody in the world cares about anything else besides what's going on our streets, to our friends, our neighbors, and X, Y, and Z, okay? So if you've noticed, give me a thumbs up. Give me some brands that have interacted with the different, just with the community or with the world. Like, who are some brands that have spoken out so far?
Nike.
Target.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Marc Jacobs.
There's also Nickelodeon spoke out, Cartoon Network spoke out, Bratz dolls, they also spoke out. Barbie has nothing on Bratz. I'm just gonna put that out there. But so we definitely want to also join into that conversation, but you know, we want to do a little bit more, okay? So we definitely want to make our presence known. So that's why I'm leaving it for you guys to come up with your first activity. All right, so cool. Here is your scenario. MillennialToons decided to allocate its entire marketing budget to ads on TV, billboard, and radio to support the Black Lives Matter movement. They want to hop on a call in 30 minutes to discuss. Here's your task. In the next 10 minutes, come up with a pitch for a campaign using those 3 channels. Again, what are those 3 channels? Somebody shout them out.
TV, billboards, and radio.
Radio.
Perfect. So I want you guys to think big about this, okay? So you can adjust to fit the timeliness and the budget later on, but I want you guys to really like dive deep, be as creative as you can. How big can we go? And I want you guys to streamline your pitch into 2 or 3 sentences just to start. Here's some things to think about, okay? So number 1, what are TV, radio, and billboards' strengths and what are their weaknesses, okay? So what are the strengths and weaknesses to using digital marketing within those channels? Number 2, take into account the service MillennialToons provides and where that experience takes place, okay? Number 3, consider MillennialToons a target consumer and how that customer perceives the brand. Awesome. And your evaluation process, okay? So before you guys present, I'm actually gonna give you guys about, let me see. I'm gonna give you about 20 minutes to do this instead to work in your groups. So number 1, who is your campaign gonna reach? How are we gonna measure the response? And how will they act in response, okay? So who will it reach? How are you gonna measure the response? And how will they act in response? To make this a little simpler for you guys, since you don't have access, I'm gonna click on next. I'm gonna ask for you guys to do the following things, okay? Number 1, I want you to take a screenshot of this page right here. So Shift 5. And then you guys can literally upload this onto like a Google slide. And you guys can literally work off of like one person's laptop, okay? So who will it reach? How will the audience act? Oopsie. How will the audience act in response? So take a screenshot. And how can you measure that response? And take your final screenshot.
There we go. So we decided to use an old Disney movie with for our ad, The Color of Friendship, supporting our friends of color, and using young Black influencers who happen to be Disney stars in portraying the message. So like Kia and Tamara Mowry, Kiki Palmer, Kyla Pratt, who played the girl in the Proud Family, Raven Simone, Sky Jackson, Corbin Blue, Zendaya. They've all gone through the Disney system.
Kiki was more Nickelodeon, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Either or like grown up on TV. Who it would reach for like TV, radio, billboard, sorry. Young people, TV would be younger people like who like watch these shows, so like early 90s to early 2000s, older adults and really young children. Radio is mostly the older generation, and billboards would be anyone who drives. How the audience will respond, there's like some positive things like nostalgia, reflection, familiarity with the celebrities, and like happiness, but like people who are against the movement can like condemn or be annoyed or be patronizing because the Disney stars might not be their generation. Yeah, if anybody else wants it, I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I'm fine with that. And how to track the success, views both online, the social media, and on TV, KPIs, comments, like shares, and like for radio, if the company asks to replay the commercial, then it would be successful.
This is great.
That was excellent. Good job. Yeah, group one. Good job. I'm like looking at myself on the screen. Nicole, stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Oh wait. I need to stop sharing. Sorry.
All right.
You're fine. Excellent job. I love the staying true. You stay true to the brand. You stay true to Millennial Tunes with the nostalgia, with the with the influencers. I would love to see some more influencers that aren't of color, because that's the only way that we're truly going to spread the message. Okay, so that would be my feedback, to get like Hillary Duff and like other
Yeah,
just more. Okay,
definitely.
but good job. Let's go to group two, which was Josephine, Stephanie, Tim, and Gina.
So basically, I'll just say something. So we didn't get that far with it. We had like a lot of time just thinking, and it was kind of, we weren't sure what we were gonna do. We were asked for help, but we kind of wrote something. I could share my screen quickly with the PowerPoint that we have. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm not totally sure if anyone wants to jump in from our group about.
I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna pause for a second. Because I want to respect everybody's time. We might go a couple minutes over. But if you're afternoon crew, then you know. But I'm gonna give everybody about like 2 minutes to present. Okay. So go.
Right. Does anyone in our group want to jump in on the title that they wrote?
So I decided to call it The History of Black Media because I wanted to focus on shows that probably had Black characters in it from back in the day, like In Living Color, Martin, and, you know, bring back some of that and play more of those in television as like a means of representing the Black Lives Matter movement.
So we did the Billboard radio TV thing from the Who Will It Reach, and we kind of determined that obviously billboards will reach drivers, passengers, or anyone who takes like public transportation, like the bus, and has to go through on highways with billboards. And radios would also be drivers and the older population, I guess, because not everyone listens to radios a lot. And also TV-wise, we say young adults and older population, not really children, because we feel like this campaign wouldn't really be broadcasted on like children channels, because it's like there's a lot of meaning, and like a lot of young kids probably, it's kind of hard to let them understand, I guess. Jump in.
So how would the audience act in response for billboards? I feel like a great way to see the response is to like take photos, or they can either drive by completely and miss it. Radio, it's more of an audio thing. So when you're driving in your car, you can actually listen and understand and get an overall message, more like a podcast type of thing, rather than just completely missing it. Because when you're getting where you're going, you're not always looking out the car window to see the billboards that you pass by.
And thank you guys. You guys are definitely shy, so it's, you know, we have 9 weeks together, so you know, like, talk. It's completely fine. But thank you guys for presenting. We're gonna go on to group number 3. Okay. So group 3 was Beverly, Issa, Jamie, Lauren, Matt, Joshua.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so I forgot to make the PowerPoint slide, so I just took notes in my notes app on my computer. So we said that anyone from my team can jump in at any time. So we already talked to you about how if we were to use the billboard, TV commercials, and radio commercials, it would reach more of an older crowd and commuters. And how will the audience respond? The thing is that there are no visual ads on for radios, and usually if you were to watch TV, which not a lot of people do these days. They use like streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu. They usually change the channel to something different because our attention span, like you said, has gone down to less than a goldfish. So no one really listens to or watches commercials anymore. So that's why we think that using social media would be a better idea. We know that's not what you wanted, but that's just how we think that our generation would react better to the issue going on. So we think that if we, for example, were to use Instagram, which we have the most followers on social media for, we post niche posts to relate back to the nostalgic aspect of our company, MILLENNIALTOONS, and to use Instagram stories to advertise the Black Lives Matter issues so that they can lead back to our profile account. And that's pretty much all we came up with on during our breakout room.
No, is someone going to speak it?
I was just gonna elaborate too on just the way that we would, like, obviously the nostalgic posts and stuff, but also stories, so that we can just like kind of emphasize where to donate money, and putting links in the bio and stuff like that is a really big thing that other companies are doing too. That's all.
I think that you guys did a wonderful job. And that, in all honesty, that was the point. And I'll get your opinions afterwards. But yes, there is, using those 3 channels, there is a flaw with using those 3 channels. And I feel like you guys figured that out. So good job. Let's go to breakout room number 4. That was my timer. So breakout number 4 was Eunice, Maddie, Mary, Sam, Shanae, William.
Yes, so I'll share my screen. So we thought it would be better to do Hulu and YouTube, even though YouTube isn't really a TV channel. They do have YouTube TV, and so even on YouTube, they also have commercials that you'll see whenever you're watching a video. So we decided to do more of like a commercial. We chose that one out of the 3 options. We thought it would reach the Hulu audiences, and then on Nick, Disney, and Cartoon Network, it would probably reach those because of the way our commercial is going to be. And then we said how the audience might respond to this is people would be willing to donate or link shares to the commercial via YouTube to social media sites, so that YouTube video would be shared onto social media, thus allowing us to reach more people. And then it also connect emotionally to the viewers. And then how we can measure that response is how many people skip or don't skip the video. A survey at the end of the YouTube video just to see how relevant people thought it was. See how many donations are made through the link provided, so you can keep track of how many clicks are made to a link. And then also using video analytics with the likes, comments, and shares on the video. And so the TV advertisement would be a 30-second ad showcasing a collage of different clips of Black characters and actors from TV shows, with various actors of all races at the end saying Black actors, Black creatives, Black producers, etc., Black Lives Matter. And this is to aim to show that without these influential characters, whether they were main characters or supporting characters, our world would be different, and that Black lives are just as important as non-Black counterparts.
Excellent. I didn't even think about Hulu or other streaming platforms like that. So you guys definitely took it like beyond, which was the assignment, and you were on time. Great job. And our last group is group number 5, which is Allison, Dahlia, Jessica, Rachel.
Hi. Okay, sorry. I've never shared a screen before, so okay. So basically, the evaluation process, who will it reach? We figured that the game's target demographic would be to young adults from 18 to 30 or 18 plus. It would be towards people of diverse cultures and backgrounds, especially with the BLM movement going on. We also intend to spread the message of Black Lives Matter movement to the international community, because it's not just a nationwide thing. There are also protests going on in Europe and a bunch of other places outside the US. And though the card game itself might not be internationally appealing due to the cultural differences and the pop culture references, but the movement itself is an international thing. So with radio and TV and like TikTok, you can get the message spread internationally, while billboards are more of a stationary, you drive past it, you view it sort of thing. Oh no, okay. Oh, TikTok, wow. Okay, so TikTok, we figured would be great to advertise because it would include people playing the Millennial Tunes game at a family event, or include different celebrities and influencers in that short video, which, as you said before, we only have a certain attention span. So if we have a hook in the beginning that leads people to watch the video over and over again, that would be great. And include that little BLM, Black Lives Matter movement in that TikTok. How will the audience act in response? So they will understand the underlying reason for the game and the Black Lives Matter movement, but still enjoy it. Hopefully it will promote peaceful protests, and they will donate to fundraisers and sign petitions and spread messages on their own social media platforms. And how we can measure that response. So we were thinking, like, if Millennial Tunes wanted to donate part of its proceeds to be sent to different fundraisers supporting the movement, they could measure increase in traffic on websites. They can put those who have contributed, signed, and donated on an Excel sheet just to measure the audience response and see who donated, who didn't. With radio and TV, you can see how many times the commercial played, but obviously the problem with that is that with TiVo, you can obviously skip through the commercials, and with radio, people change to a different channel. And with billboards, you can see whether people or not react to it and see if the websites are blowing up because of that, or unfortunately, and God forbid, billboards sometimes get defaced, and hopefully that would never happen. And with TikTok, you can see how many views, shares, and likes it gets. And obviously this is a rough draft, but it's a great way to have fun, learn, and educate other people about the Black Lives Matter movement. And that is it.
Dahlia, great job presenting. Thank you for sharing your screen. You nailed it for the first time ever, so congratulations. I definitely want to say thank you to everybody who presented. You guys did a fabulous job. I do want to respect your time. So I'm going to give you a couple quick points and then I'll let you guys go for the day, okay?
How do I stop sharing? I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, girl, go stop sharing.
No, I have no idea how.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep going.
You're fine. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. So you guys got to choose what sections you wanted to be in, right? You said you wanted to either be in the, you guys pick your groups. You got to just pick either animation, you picked either social media, Google Analytics, and the last one was news, I believe. All of those groups, now that everybody is together and now that, applications are now closed, I'm going to add everybody into their respective groups, okay? So be on the lookout for your new TikTok teams by, let's say, 5 p.m. today, okay? So you can expect to be added to 2 different teams. You're going to be added to, actually, probably 3 different teams, which would be, one will be a general pod squad. There's some people who are in it now, but I'm going to add everybody else in here now. The pod squad is basically whenever somebody posts something on LinkedIn, you're going to post that link directly into the pod squad. Your job, especially while you're on either in the morning shift or the afternoon shift, is to go through and to literally go to every single person's post and like it, either like or comment. The reason for that is if you look at LinkedIn's algorithm, it mirrors how Facebook's used to be, which is once you like a comment or like something, it shows up onto somebody else's platform, okay? So that's the reason for the pod squad, because we obviously want to generate a living, breathing community. Number two, you're going to be put into either your social medias team or your Google Analytics team in X, Y, and Z, and I'll give you guys your separate deliverable for that day, okay? So you can look for, so literally you'll see it throughout the day, or you can look on the calendar when I drop it into the link. So what did this experiment teach you about traditional marketing channels, okay? I want you guys to answer that question on our LinkedIn page, okay? You guys pretty much nailed it. TV, radio, and billboard wouldn't be the most ideal right now. And you guys pretty much nailed that that wasn't the correct answer. Obviously, you want to go into more of the digital marketing aspect, okay? So I want you guys to answer this question. It's posted on the LinkedIn page. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. Literally click it, make your comment, and please, at the end of your comment, hashtag MillennialToons. I'm going to say that again. Hashtag MillennialToons after you leave your comment, okay? And we're going to build up the everything from there. So I'm going to stop sharing. And thank you guys for coming in. You can also even just tell me, like, what did you think about the class, like, while you're commenting as well. If you just give me 1 second to drop in the comment, and then I will let you guys be on your way. Oh, I'm sorry. So tomorrow you guys will start at, if you're the morning shift, be on the lookout at 8 o'clock. So around like probably 7:30, I'll send you your assignment, or exactly at 8. And then you guys will literally just, in your respective groups, you'll complete the task, okay? And for the afternoon shift, you guys start at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so it'll be the exact same. Okay, so just be on the lookout for the groups. I dropped the comment in. Please go comment, like, everything. Thank you guys. I'm sorry we're over, and I'm excited to have you.